Hey guys, welcome to Becoming an Official Compounder. This is episode 5. This is May recap of 2025. Just to confirm, we are now live, so this is all real money. So yeah, let's just dig into it and let's try and keep these videos short now. Like because I think shorter is better, like 5 minutes or tops or something like that. So yeah, so if we just dive into the month. So May review. In total, this month we had 7 trades. Right, so it was I'll count it as an unsuccessful month because we actually missed 2 trades that I deliberately didn't do because like I kind of knew they were gonna lose because we're currently in a losing streak, aren't we? And but the point is I should be taking the trades no matter what. So yeah, so it was an unsuccessful month. So we had total 7 trades. We had 1 win and we had 6 losses. So just to confirm, at the moment we are so basically when I start the year, I've made the rule that when we start the year from January, if we reach -5, net -5, which is very unusual. Yeah, so when we hit -5, we basically reduce the risk even further. So it will be so now if you'll end up seeing that at one point to be fair, no, it was cool. Now this month I was completely trading, so I've got basically £3,000 into in my account, and I should be risking 200. But because again it was called we're net -5, which I'll show you in my spreadsheet, we're reducing risk again because it looks like it is going to be an unprofitable year or at least an unprofitable Q2, you know, because again, like I got all the stats and all that stuff, so I'm just preparing myself for survival mode, because I do want to continue on to next year. So this year it will not be about making money, it will be about staying in the game and if possible making the money back, was cool. So that's 250 days of not making money, but now you understand why trading is hard, you know? Yeah, so if we so these are our trades. So there was a loss before this. So wait, if I'll actually show you on here. I don't know if you can see so yeah, there should be a loss after this and there should be a loss before this. This was part of that one. I just got in a bit early. I got in at the wrong price, so I just got out and then I went back in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one there is April, as you can see over there. So yeah, so I didn't jump into that trade because the plan was that I just wanted to see what was happening, and then after this trade was a loss, I was like, you know what, we're reducing risk by 50%. So then that was a trade there, we won. Then then in the next basically 5 trades we've just lost. All my parameters were met, so that's good. Like I've got no problem with execution. I'm always pinpoint. It's just at the moment, the strategy is not performing well, and it was cool. It's just it is what it is. We can't really do anything. I don't want to change my variables because we're midway through the year, and those cool. So I at least want a good year's worth of data. Like preferably 2 years would be better. Which is why at least I will be doing it for next year as well. But I think now it's all about survival. But I will not be putting in any more money into this account. Like this is just I remember I put 5k into this account. Right now we're down 3k. So if we go all history, um, we're down 2k at the moment. Yes, it hurts. To be honest with you. The previous month, April hurt the most. Like we just lost so much. Like if we go to where the hell is it? If we go to this, it's on this slide. So if we open this up, yeah. So again, was cool. See, so if we do this, so at the end of April, we basically had 5.8. So then this is when I decided to, we're reducing risk, and we haven't experienced this before. So at the moment, like you can see over here, we've had 29 trades so far, and it's just been my my strategy and execution has been okay, like pinpoint perfect. Of course, besides like these certain trades that I just haven't taken, and that's because like these past two trades that I've deliberately didn't taken because like I kind of know that at the moment my strategy is just it's not performing well. But to be fair, like the truth is, that's what I've called as unsuccessful month. You know, like I think, or at least I should have at least been in it. You know, so yeah. At the moment, we're this quarter so far is a -10, more than -10 actually. You know, so I've never actually experienced this like in my. To be fair, but I've never experienced this type of quarter before. But to be fair, I remember when I was strategy testing, we were back testing. I was testing some um strategies and they were getting -10 quarters, you know. So maybe I chose this because I didn't get it, but now I've got it, you know. But for the long run, it looks okay. But and this is the problem, you know. The problem is that with back testing, it's it's it shows you that you've got a system, but it doesn't backtesting doesn't really matter. If that makes sense, you know, because like what really matters is it's forward testing, you know, and that's what we're doing at the moment. You know, we're down -10 at the moment. Well, to be precise, -9. You know, and yeah. So over here, I've got like a little jotter. I know it says negative. If we go here today. Look, current month. I know it says -81, but I'm gonna count those two trades that didn't work. So -281. You know, so yeah. And just before I end it, I wanna. There's a reason why I've cut my risk. You know, and it's like imagine a car, right? Imagine you got like a nice car, a nice fast car. You know, and if the car comes up with like pressure system, tire system, if it comes up with low engine oil or if the engine light pops up or the ABS pops up, you know, it's it's natural to like you're not gonna push the car any further on you. You know, so this is basically what I'm doing with like my system. I'm pretending it's a car, and at the moment, all of these like signals are popping up. So like the -5, precisely, exactly the -5 to be fair, you know, and was caught. Yeah, so I'm just basically preparing myself for what could possibly the first negative year in this trading system. You know, typical that when I decide to go live, it hits it. You know, um, but I don't think that's the correct mindset to like go into this. You know, I think we should just neck it out. I mean, if you look at it like historically, um, June's not looking good. So we've only made like out of 7 years, we've only made like well six, not including this year. We've only made 3.6 overall. But then again, you know, like April, if we minus this 8, the April right now is 12, right? If we minus the April we just had, April was actually really a good month, you know. So again, this is the problem, you know. The problem with trading is that like it's uncertain. You don't know what's gonna happen, you know, and this is why a lot of people struggle with it, you know, and the truth is everybody struggles with it, you know. It's really not easy, honestly, you know. So yeah, so at the moment we're at -11. um yeah, so there's really nothing else to talk about, you know. 6 wins, 1 losses, you know. At the moment my win percentage is I'm only winning 17%, but all I need to do is win 3. So if I get 8, then well, 9, 4, 5, 10. Be fair, yeah, look, my win percentage is really bad. Like it's just going really, really bad. And even see the problem is now because I've gone down 50%, it's gonna take me longer to get back to break even because I've cut my risk by 50%. But then that's one way to look at it. And the way I'm just gonna look at it is I'm just gonna be like, you know what, this year hasn't gone as expected, so cut risk and let's just lose as less money as possible. There you are. That's where that's I'm happy with that, because of the signals that are showing this year. This year is just about. It's not necessarily about making money, because the problem is that if you want to make money, you start FOMOing, you start revenge trading and all that stuff. But I don't do that, which is good. This year up until the end of the year, it's all about losing the least amount of money possible. And I think this puts me in it's a good spot to be in. And then, for example, when it's 2026, then we'll see how the first quarter goes. Because what happens is, as you can see, however, how the first quarter goes, it usually decides like how the rest of the year goes. Like, I mean, to be fair, see, I'm saying this, but I don't know because I've never experienced this year before, and it's live, so I haven't experienced the previous years, but I've only experienced this year. So yeah, my mind's been all over the place. I'll be honest with you, I've been looking for other strategies, but I just generally can't find another strategy. So if this account hits like a grand, you know, was called basically once the account hits a number that I can't like I can't have a maximum number, for example, like with one lot, like if I have a stop loss and it says that I can only risk, let's say, 50, and the lot says, oh, I can only risk 50, 80, 75, then I'm just gonna cut it there. Then I think sometimes in life was cool, you need to know, like, when something doesn't work out, you need to quit wasting your time and just move on to something else. So maybe I'll probably look into something else, but yeah, with this is basically either make or break now, so yeah. So this is the official Compounder Live, episode 5, May 2025. We are now live. This is all real money. So my Instagram, Twitter is ocompounder, so that's orangutan compounder. And yeah, peace. Like, trade safe. Remember, trading is risky. You know, trading is really hard. You lose a lot of money. And the problem is, like, with every trading system, you're gonna have losing years. And I think this is a difficult part that I'm trying to come to grasp, and I think people should consider it, when they're thinking about when they see people online, because if all of these people online were actually making money like that, then why don't these investment banks hire them? You know? But yeah, this is what I'm trying to come to grasp. So yeah, so peace.